Okay. Y'all good, Zach? Yep. All right, whoever wants to start.
What was the message to your team when you're down 14-3, 16-3 to that Tulsa team early in that game?
I mean, at one time out, I just challenged them. I said, "This is up to you guys. Obviously I don't know if you're not ready to play, whatever." We were just kind of blah, and they were just kind of taking it to us. And you got to stand up and play. And to their credit, they did. Obviously, Cardi got hot, kind of took them out of their zone. They actually started man, then they went zone, and then we actually made the comeback against the zone. Then they had to go back to man, and we've struggled with their zone the last 2 years, ironically, with teams that were pretty good. But this time, I don't know if it was better preparation. You make shots that you look better. If you go back 2 years ago at Wichita, we were 1 for 19 or 1 for 23 or something like that from three. So, he made 6, and that really got us going. To their credit, they responded. They were very quiet before the game. I didn't know what to do. I thought maybe it was a good thing because, a lot of times you get that hype and it's kind of fake and all that stuff. But I don't know if they came out nervous or flat or what, but they just didn't. But to their credit, they played their butts off. We had 51 on the play hard. Xavier had 15. We had 3 guys with double digits, and we barely had double digits against St. Louis as a team. So so the effort was definitely there. It's got to be there all the time. Dejuan had 10, and Mike had 11. That was his career high on that. So you got guys to do to play their butts off, and that gave us a chance to be in the game. And then Cardi stepped up. But a lot of little plays. Mike gets 7 rebounds. Dejuan's tip on, he's 0 for 8, but he gets that tip in, at 1 second left on the shot clock. Those are the kind of plays you need to win the game. And then Mac had better numbers, 9 and 7, 3 blocks. He was a little more active, got to keep him out of foul trouble, and he had a big play at the end of the game.
After kind of an up and down non-conference, just how needed was it for you guys to be able to finish out with the non-conference with a win?
Well, I think it was good to win and win a close game because we haven't won a close game, and you had to make the play. Obviously, Cardi makes a big shot, but we also got some stops down the stretch. Xavier got a steal on a possession before, and then we got the 3, and so we've been in this scenario quite a bit. I hope that'll help us. So why we were doing the TV, I hope it'll help us, in the Big 12, because a lot of times games are close, and we've been through quite a few of those, and we've had that experience, and so I hope that will make us, get better for that. But it was important for the guys' sake, for their mental, and they still realized it. Obviously, we got to keep learning and getting better. We keep talking about each guy make one less mistake, because it's just, it's a football game. It comes down to 3-4 plays, who makes the mistake and who doesn't. And the less mistakes and that's why older teams win, because they make less mistakes. They're experienced, they see things, they're more disciplined, whether it's defense or offense. And if we can make one less mistake each game, it's going to add up, and that's going to help us win, play better and win some more games as we move forward.
Do you get a sense of urgency from your team heading into the Big 12 to be able to kind of turn things around?
I don't know about a sense of, Coach Korn put desperation before on the scouting report, and I said, I don't want desperation, I just want urgency. And I think that's every day. That's not just the Big 12. It's our team. We're a young team. We're a new team. I think it's so hard for the older guys. All of a sudden, they thought it was going to be easy to become the stars, and they found it isn't easy. And but I hope they're figuring out how to become the main guys on the scouting report and deal with it. We won because Cardi has 25 and 7. Xavier has 18 and 6. Mac has 9 and 7. That makes it easier on the other guys. Now, are they going to do that every game? No. But if we can get consistent effort from them and consistent production from them, it's going to help. And then the other guys can just kind of blend in. So it's just it'll be interesting. It's start of a new decade. I saw a tweet the other day, K-State #2 in the last 10 years. The number of wins in the Big 12, that's pretty impressive for me. 2 Big 12 championships, you know, an elite, 2 Elite Eights. You know, obviously Frank was part of 3 of those years. And the thing to me that is, and Wyatt and I talked about this morning, you think about the last 7 years, the league has been the best in the country. So we're doing this, and we're second in this in a very tough league. So you feel good about it. But we do have a young team. There's a lot of, I think, in the league, Kansas is very good. West Virginia has shown that they're pretty good. Baylor, I think, is good. You know, and probably hasn't got the pub after they lost the game. They're quietly, you know, going to step into the league, and I think they should be one of the top teams. But after that, there's a mix, and you know, can we be in that mix? We'll have to see.
What's your breakdown of Oklahoma going to that one?
You know, a little bit like us. They got some guys back. Obviously, Doolittle, Manick are really good players. You know, we got to be able to stop them. You know, but at the same thing, what's hurt us all year? The other guys. And you know, so we got to make sure, you know, some of those other guys don't have great stats. But between Doolittle, Manick as your veterans, and then you got Reeves, who's a very, very good player. There were NBA guys here early in the year when they made the run through, and they said Reeves might be the best NBA prospect in the Big 12. So, you know, he's got some wiggle to him. He can make plays. So you got 3 main guys. Can we limit them? You know, you look at St. Louis game, even French and Goodwin, we stopped them, but we didn't stop the other guys. So can we stop them, but also not let those other guys go off on us? And that's probably been the downfall of our team on defensive end so far.
As part of your run through the league last year, you had big blowout wins against, you know, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma every time you played them. Do you talk about teams remembering those?
We'll show them
losses?
stuff. I mean, you know, I don't know if they'll remember, but you know, obviously you got, you know, they get some veterans back. The enemy played a bunch. You know, Manick played. Obviously, Doolittle. You know, we beat them pretty good here at their place. We fought our butt off. It was. If you remember, Dean had just come back. You know, he had 2 at Iowa State, and then got a little more, got going a little bit, but we had a good balanced attack, and you know, it's going to be key for us. You know, a good balanced attack would really help.
What makes Doolittle such a tough guard for you guys?
It's tough for everyone. It's not just us. He's just a mismatch. He's a point. He's a 5. He's a 3. He just kind of plays, and they just give him space and let him work. You know, and that's the problem. Is not him. It's Manick, and Manick's gotten stronger. And now they're posting him up. So, you know, who do you put on Manick? You put the 5. Well, then he'll go out. Now you're in trouble if you put your 5 on, you know, Doolittle. So, you know, he's kind of taking small ball. You know, Lon is, you know, small ball, and then you get Reeves in the mix. It's, you know, it makes it tough. So they've had an interesting non-conference. They've had good moments. They've had some tough moments. A lot like us, a lot of new guys, you know, trying to figure it out.
Does it feel, excuse me, does it feel any different at all, maybe being the hunters this year rather than the hunted? You know, is it expected at the top?
To me, it doesn't make a difference. I mean, you always want to win every game, and that's all you can do. I mean, that's all we can. You know, I think the key is, you know, it's going back to Coach Snyder. Every game, just one at a time, focusing. Do you have that mentality, that challenge, that you can have discipline to come back every game and get ready? And you know, we got 3 weeks in a row here: Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday. It's a tough grind, you know, and we'll see how mature we are and what we can do. And it's not like we've been blown out. You know, if you look at all the games, they've been right there. We've been, you know, we fought our butts off. We just haven't made the plays. Finally, we made the plays. Hopefully, we're continuing to make progress.
Did I read right that you said Monty's injury was not the same injury as before?
He got
knocked or
got scared. He got kneed and right below his knee.
Yeah.
And there was some pain there, and then he actually said, "I'll go back in, coach." But then he had sat for quite a while. We were going to put him in on defense at the end. Actually, it was lucky because we were going to put him in for Mac, and Mac's the one who made the big play down the stretch. But we were kind of, if we made the free throws, and now they're going to go for a 3. Now you take Mac out for switching, but you know, it ended up Xavier missed the free throw, and we got to stop at the end.
With all the success that you've had, you know, some so much about team chemistry, and I'm just curious, with the younger team, as you enter the Big 12, where do you feel like the chemistry is on this team?
I think it's made some progress. It had to develop, and we had to go through some adversity to figure it out and figure out what everything. Now, can we keep going? You know, is it going to be here and then there, and you know, and that it's got to be even. And you know, the older guys got to give us something consistently, and it may not be verbal leadership, but it's got to be effort and consistent production. So that'll help the young guys, and that brings them together. They get along, they enjoy each other. But it's what's on the court. That's what you guys see. You know, off the court, they're boys. You know, they enjoy each other. They have, you know, that's not a problem. And they, you know, I've had teams where they hated each other off the court. They didn't hang out. They didn't get along together. You know, but this is not. That's not the point. You know, that it's what's on the court and all trusting each other and feeling good about each other, and knowing everyone makes the right play, gives the effort that they need, and that's the key.
Is Antonio good to go again?
Yeah, he, you know, when you get the flu, I don't know if any of you guys have had it, you get wiped, and you know, we put him in the hotel 3 days and soup and like, you know, whatever, just trying to get him back. And Monday, Tuesday, he struggled, but was better yesterday, and so hopefully he'll be fine. That, you know, gives us some more depth.
And same with Monty. He could be back on
Monday sat out Monday, Tuesday, and came back yesterday.
Yeah, so he'll be available on Saturday.
Yeah, I hope so, unless he gets hit again or whatever, but I hope so.
Is the depth of the Big 12 still as solid as it has been?
I don't know. I think it'll be interesting how it develops. You know, I guess loss-wise, record-wise, it isn't right now, right? I mean, if you compare it to the last few years, you know, and again, I haven't studied. I just worried about each game for us. I haven't looked at it quite as much. I don't know where we are. I haven't seen it. Maybe Tom might know RPI or power rating wise if that's been released. Usually about now they start releasing some of that stuff, and so I'm not sure where we are. But you know, it'll be interesting, and that determines our league too. You know how many teams get in by the depth of the league.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you.